Okay, so I now have my campaign instance here. And it's available inside of my onSubmit function. And all I have to do now is get a list of my accounts and call the contribute function on my campaign. Now, anytime I want to call a function, I need to wrap it in a try-catch statement to ensure that we can handle any error message appropriately. And so I would do that in the following way. So I'm going to do that right underneath it here. I'll add my try-catch, and we're going to catch error like so. So in my try-catch block, I'm ensuring that I receive that error argument to the catch. Then inside the try statement, I'm going to get a list of my accounts that I get from the Web3 module that I actually have not yet imported to this file. So let me go ahead and import it right now. So I'll say import Web3 from, and that is from ... That's up in the Ethereum. So I'm going up one directory into the Ethereum folder. And inside of that Ethereum folder, I believe is the, what is it? Ethereum Web3, there it is, Web3. So Web3, save that. Okay, then back down inside of my onSubmit, I'm gonna say, let's see, where do I want to put that exactly? It has to go here. So I'm going to say const accounts, and in there I'm going to have the, I need the await syntax, web3, oops, web3, come on, 3, dot eth or eth for ether, dot get accounts. Okay, and so I'm using this await keyword. So I do need to mark this onSubmit function as being async. So I have to place the async keyword right before the event argument, like so. All right, then after I get my list of accounts here, I can take my campaign contract and call the contribute function on it. And let me show you that contribute function, which is inside of my Solidity campaign, or rather my Solidity file. So contracts, here are the contracts, campaign, but yeah, campaign, that's the name of the Solidity file. And I need to find my contribute function. I know we haven't looked at this in a while. So here's the contribute function inside of Solidity. And it takes no arguments whatsoever, so we don't need to worry about providing any arguments. And so right after I get my list of accounts, so I'm going to do the following, which is I'm going to need to, how am I going to do this? So on the next line, await as well, campaign dot methods dot contribute, or rather, yeah, contribute, the contribute function. And then to that contribute function, I have to attach that send object. So at the end of that line of code, I'm sending the campaign object because I'm trying to send some money from one account to another. So inside of that send object, I have to specify the amount of money that I am going to use. And so that would be, so first of all, where is it coming from? It's coming from accounts at index of 0, and then the value. In other words, the amount. So that account at 0, and then I have to specify the value, and the value I recorded inside of my this.state.value. Okay, right here. So it's initialized with an empty, as an empty string. So this.state.value, but there is one big gotcha here. I'm making my form as saying enter the amount of Ethereum or Ether that you can contribute to the campaign. So this value property here is going to be entered by the user in units of Ether. However, when I call send here, I have to specify units of WEI. So I have to take this .state.value property and convert it to WEI. And I can do so by using that Web3 module as usual. And so that would look like so. So web3.utils.2WEI. Then inside of there, the first argument is this .state.value. So I passed in this .state.value, and I need to pass in the units that this .state.value is being provided in, and we're doing it in terms of Ether, and we want that to be converted over to WEI. And so that would basically, that second argument would be a string called Ether. Okay, so this is, I believe this is all I really need to make a contribution to the campaign. So I've saved the file, and I think I'm going to do a test and figure out whether or not this is behaving the way I expect. So first, I'm going to do a hard refresh up here. And sometimes, sometimes the hot reload module doesn't quite work the way I expect. So, okay, so now I want to mention that I want you to see I have a very limited amount of Ether. As you can see, I have 0.0024 Ether in my account. So when I test out this functionality, I don't really want to put in 1 Ether because I essentially have a limited amount to spend even in testing. So whenever I start contributing to this contract, instead of specifying 1 Ether or 2 Ether or 3 Ether, definitely not 10 Ether, I'm going to have to do something like 0.001 so I can test this contract quite a bit without having to worry about running out of Ether. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the contribute button, and I should see the MetaMask modal appear. Nice, there it is. Very, very good. Okay, so now you have to ensure, by the way, that you're on the RINKB test network. Also ensure that you are signed in to MetaMask. This notification here is a good sign. So I'm going to click on the confirm transaction and then wait a little bit, 15 seconds or whatever, and then I'm going to refresh this page and expect to see the campaign balance and the number of approvers increment as well. Look at that, transaction 3 confirmed, nice, on Etherscan. So in the subsequent video, I will ensure that these numbers get updated. I will see you then.